This is today's Best Music, Magic 89.9. My name is Ashley, and I'm super duper excited because we're sitting down with some very special guests today, fresh off of their very first night here in Manila. Their first show last night is none other than the members of the band LANY. Hi, you guys. Could you please introduce yourselves to our listeners so they can familiarize themselves with your voices?
I'm Jake. How you doing?
Hey, it's Les.
Hi, I'm Paul.
All right, thank you guys so much for being here. I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is your third time in Manila? Fourth. Oh my gosh, you guys have been here so many times. I mean, tell us a little bit about that. You know, I know you guys have come here so many times. How does it feel, you know, having been able to come back and see the listeners here experience several of your albums and songs already?
We came here, in 2017 for the first time? We played 2016? 2017 we played Wonderland Festival. And that was the first time we realized, like, well, this is so different here, and we have to come back. And then we did 5 mall shows, right? And then the Coliseum, and now we're here. And we love it. We love it here.
Crazy, yeah. You guys, I think some of your biggest fans in the world are in this country. We're very much into your music. When your album Malibu Nights came out, it really, really blew up here in the country. Can you tell us a little bit more about it? You know, the story behind it, the inspiration behind it, the whole process when you guys were writing it.
So obviously I got dumped, and so I wrote a bunch of songs about it. We wrote all the songs in like a pretty short time frame. I just was like kind of on a wave and needed to write every day. I just wanted to come out of every day with a song, basically. And so a lot of these songs were written on the piano, and then later we kind of built them out in the studio, which was a really fun process. So all the songs were written. Actually, the last song we wrote, the three of us, for the album Valentine's Day, that was the last song. So we spent the rest of the year in between touring making the album. And yeah, now we're here.
So I know you guys I think you're pretty famous for that, where you really put in your feelings into the music. You know, I think that's why so many people, especially here, really, really resonate with the sound. I mean, can you tell us a little bit more about that? How is it that, you're 3 separate people putting in, I guess, your emotions and your experiences into several songs. How do you guys kind of contend with each other as far as the process of writing the music? You know, how do you separately put your feelings into it and kind of come together with all these songs?
Yeah, I guess maybe we're like a lyrically heavy band, I guess. But everyone talks about the lyrics, but there's so much more than that, you know, like there's synth sounds and bass parts and guitar parts and harmonies and things like that. So we all have like our own role, you know. The boys have trusted me with writing like the lyrics to things, and then I would never dream to play drums on a song. That's what Jake does. You know what I mean? So it's like we all like play our own part and play our own role. And I did not.
Good to know. I mean, obviously, we're all excited to hear the songs live on the tour. And I know you guys are fresh off your first nights. You guys are doing 3 nights here in Manila, so we're very excited about that. Tell us a little bit about what we can expect to see, not just here, but in your tour in general. You know, what can fans be excited about as far as the live shows?
I think the production for these shows has been really amazing. We've come up with the system where we can scale up or down depending on the size of the room. Obviously, this is one of the biggest rooms we're playing on this tour, so you're getting our biggest production, which is just this huge LED moment that is behind us that we've curated all the content for each song, and I think it really elevates the experience.
It's fun too. This is our first time. Paul has a little catwalk that goes how many feet out?
Not sure, but it's fun.
Cool. But that's like fans have never experienced that, so they get a special treat seeing Paul go out like to the middle of the room and back. So that's fun.
Oh, that's cool. I think too, it's a real big part of the performance. You know, seeing how you guys really walk around the stage. And all that. So I know one of your latest songs from this year is a song called "Okay" with Julia Michaels. It's a big hit over at our station. Listeners really love it. So I wonder if you guys, what further collaborations would you guys hope to do in the future, or how do you pick out the artists that you do want to collaborate with when you collaborate with them?
That was just a really natural kind of thing that happened. I think you need to be careful with how many collabs you do. and I think you need to be really purposeful. I'm not sure if we have any other like collab ideas, because that's our only one that we've ever done. But there's guys that we would love to have like play on our songs, like John Mayer. If he wanted to play guitar on one of our songs, we would fall over. But if there's like, you know, a producer, whether it be like Justin Vernon from Bon Iver, or like I love the Disclosure Boys. I think they're super talented. Like if, you know, I don't know. There's just, but at the end of the day, we love us, and we're just probably going to make music by ourselves.
That's good enough for us. So I know with, I think, both albums, though there has been a bit of a development there, you guys really have been able to sustain that distinct sort of LANY sound that fans have been able to recognize. But that being said, how do you see your music sort of developing more in the future? You know, how do you want to grow as artists, as a band, that kind of thing?
Good question. I think we definitely don't ever want to make the same album twice. So far, I think we're doing a good job of that. And I think you have to do things differently to expect different results. So, but at the end of the day, if it's just us, you know, like keeping it, then it's always going to be us. Does that make sense? Like we're going to grow and try new things, but we're always going to write our own songs. We're always going to write our own parts, and we're always going to make the final call on the creative decision and process. So I think we're good, but we're definitely going to try different things. Like I'm going to go to Nashville and try to write some songs with some country songwriters, because I think they write really good songs, and then see what we can come up with. And yeah, who knows? Well,
all right. Well, thank you so much. Just one more thing. I guess maybe I want to hear from each of you just a really quick message. You know, what do you want to tell your fans here in Manila who are coming out to see the show and who love listening to you guys on the radio? What would just be a really quick message for them, from each of you?
Yeah. We love you guys so much. Thank you for your crazy support. There's nothing like Manila, and we are going to come back forever and ever.
We are so pumped to come back every year for the rest of our lives. We love you.
Thank you so much for listening and caring and spending your money, coming to our shows, and your time. It means everything to us, and we'll come back for the rest of our lives.
Thank you guys so much. So again, this was Paul, Jake, and Les from LANY. They've got another show tonight, so lots to look forward to. And of course, we're always playing you guys' songs on the radio, streaming them everywhere. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. This has been Today's Best Music. We're Magic 89.9.